If you live in San Antonio, Texas, you're aware of the importance of our Edwards Aquifer. The Edwards Aquifer supplies 49% of our total water demand, according to the San Antonio Water System, SAWS. Recently, SAWS has enacted Stage 3 drought restrictions on the 1.47 million residents that are impacted by the supply of the Edwards Aquifer. This means that the aquifer's levels 10-day average, which was measured on a rolling basis, has dropped below 640 feet at mean sea level. What could be causing these conditions? Why are we in such heavy drought conditions? This could be due to the increasing risk of climate change. In reference to precipitation events being impacted by climate change, the EPA describes Texas being impacted by having heavier storms that will move quicker through the landscapes. Additionally, the U.S. Forest Service describes these events as being less reliable and less consistent. Along with that, there will be an increase in heat, as predicted by the EPA, throughout the Midwest. This means that water will evaporate quicker than it can infiltrate the soil to recharge our aquifer. This impact has been shown in North Texas with the High Plains Aquifer. Since the 1950s, certain parts of the aquifer have lost up to 50% of their water storage due to these rising heats and inconsistent precipitation events. Mason Wade of the Texas Water Developmental Board have shown that the Edwards Aquifer specifically is sensitive to these changes in climates and our precipitation events, meaning that any shift in precipitation will cause a dramatic decrease in water. According to the San Antonio Climate Ready Action Plan, the Edwards Aquifer is at risk due to the prediction of increased heat throughout central Texas and the San Antonio area. It is shown that days will get hotter and it will stay hotter throughout longer portions of the year. Additionally, the nights will stay hotter as there will be less nights that actually drop below 80 degrees Fahrenheit. This is incredibly important to our aquifer as it will increase the demand for SAWS to implement drought restrictions and less water being available to pull from our storage. Now that we know the impacts of climate change on the Edwards Aquifer and that SAWS, the San Antonio Water System, has recently enacted Stage 3 drought restrictions, how can we, as individuals, limit our water use, further protecting and conserving the water in our Edwards Aquifer?